guys, now if you have been looking at some great dividend ETFs and you want something that's defensive, that is not a cover call ETF, and it's not one that's full of technology, that's got a lower yield, and you want something that's got a good yield and it will be stable, most people are going to think about one ETF in particular, and that is SCHD. Now, SCHD is not the one that a lot of people are liking because it's got a little bit of NAV erosion. So if we wanted to do apples to apples of SCHD and find a dividend ETF with maybe similar return, maybe a similar yield, we would find one in SPYD. Now, these two ETFs are a little bit different than many of them because technology is not one of the top categories and holdings in these portfolios. These two ETFs do not have a sexy return. These ETFs have great yields. They have moderate total returns, and the S&P 500 is crushing them. So why should we even talk about these? Well, someone in my comments said, why don't you do a video of two defensive ETFs as in SCHD versus SPYD? So I said, all right, let's make a video about that and let's talk about it. Let's get to it and let's start the video. Hey guys, my name is Steve and welcome back. I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. Today we are talking about SPYD versus SCHD and which defensive dividend ETF you should buy and hold for the long term. All right, let's get to it. Now, SCHD is the Charles Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. It tracks the Dow Jones US Dividend 100 Index, so it has about 100 different holdings, and this has a great index where it takes holdings that have a record of about 10 years in performance for paying a high yield. And so it's going to change these every now and then, and it has a reconstitution in March of every year. And so it's going to change out the goods with the bads. It's going to bring in some good ones. It's going to change out some bad ones, and it's going to go along with the metrics. Now, sometimes this is not so good because a couple of years ago I had Broadcom, and now Broadcom is out and the performance has tanked. And so you would hope that it would bring in some better ones, but right now it's got energy, healthcare, consumer defensive as part of this portfolio, with some of the names being Cisco, Chevron, Coca-Cola as part of this portfolio. Now, SPYD is the SPYDER S&P 500 high dividend ETF, so it takes about 80 different dividend paying companies in the S&P 500 and brings it together in a portfolio. Now, it doesn't really have the metrics like SCHD. It takes the top 80 high performing, high yield S&P 500 companies and puts it in a portfolio. So you got companies like Best Buy, Ford, you've got CVS as part of the top 4 in this ETF, which is kind of crazy, these names. You don't see most of those names. It's also got tons and tons of REITs, so that provides a lot of income in this portfolio. Now, these two ETFs are quite different. And if you ask me, I mean, the performance kind of lags behind most of the other ETFs in these categories. I mean, I took a look at the performance, price appreciation alone without the dividends reinvested. You're talking about 1 year, both of them are doing they're down about 6%. Year to date, they're down about 2.3, 2.4% year to date. If you add the dividends into this, you got SPYD kind of winning the 1 year with about like 1.13 or 2, and then you have SCHD, which is down, which is kind of terrible. I mean, basically these are performing almost as good as cash is. I mean, cash is going down with inflation, but at least you're getting 3 to 4%. That's what these dividends are doing. I mean, you're getting SCHD's got a dividend yield of about 3.91%, while you have SPYD, which has got about 4.65% yield. And so you're getting the yield, you're just not getting the performance. If you wanted performance, you should get a dividend ETF like FDVV or a cover call ETF like QDVO. And so those are two different ETFs that give you growth in income, but they're much better than SCHD and SPYD. But let's break these down. Let's break these down for expense ratio, yields, total performance, and of course, which could be one that you could add to your portfolio. First of all, let's talk about yields. So the yield of these two ETFs, SCHD's got a yield of about 3.91%. It averages anywhere between 3 to 4% for its yield, depending upon, of course, the price of it. Now, it's got a dividend growth rate of about 10.4%. 10.43% over the last 5 years average, and about 10.38% over the last 10 years average. So it's grown its dividend a little anywhere between 10 to 11% every single year, and it's got a pretty high dividend yield. Now the performance is on another subject, and we'll talk about that later, but if you're looking for a good dividend yield that beats kind of bonds, and it's starting to beat some of the government rates, this one is a pretty good one. Now the NAV is not going to perform as well as it used to in the last 10-15 years, but it's doing, okay right now. SPYD, on the other hand, has got a higher dividend yield. Its yield is about 4.65%, and it ranges anywhere between 4 to 5%. Now, the growth rate of this on the 5-year average is 5.12%, so it is not growing as fast as SCHD, and it doesn't have a 10-year track record, so we don't have that dividend growth rate yet. So it's a little bit newer. Now, both of these ETFs do have an expense ratio. SCHD's expense ratio is 0.06%, so it costs about $6 for every $10,000 invested. SPYD is 0.07%, so it's $7 for every $10,000 invested. So it's kind of a push. These are both very similar expense ratios, so it's not really going to cost you any difference between the two. Now, performance alone is what's really going to shock people, because in the last 10 years, SCHD is definitely the winner because it had a really good performance coming into the last 4 to 5 years. Now, if we took a look at the last 5 years picture, that's where I really want to see it, because that's when you can separate these two and see which one is actually performing better and which one is not performing as well. So with SCHD and SPYD, you're going to see that these both are performing okay over the last 5 years. SCHD has an average performance of about 10.12% over the last 5 years, while SPYD is 13.04%. One of these is winning, and that's SPYD. And I took a look at the returns over the last 5 years, and SPYD has beaten SCHD in every year except for 2024. So SPYD is outperforming SCHD in the last 5 years. Now, last 10 years, I said SCHD is outperforming, but it had a historical performance from the end of 2011 to 2022, and from then on, it just really has underperformed the broader market and underperformed some of the big dogs in the S&P 500. There are, of course, some risk in with both these ETFs. SPYD has a big risk. It right now has about 21% of its holdings in REITs, and so you are depending on your dividends on those real estate. So if real estate were to tank, your portfolio and your yield would kind of tank with it, and that's a little bit of a con. And some of those REITs also have their dividends are not taxed at the qualitative rate and more taxed closer to that ordinary rate, so that could be negative for it. Another risk for SCHD, on the other hand, is its holdings are in energy, consumer defensive, and healthcare, and so you're not getting some of those big players in the market like the Mag 7 and technology, and so that could be a negative for SCHD, and that's why you see that it hasn't really done very well in the last couple years with performance overall. Now, these two ETFs are both underperforming the market. While the market is up 15%, these two ETFs are around 1 to 2% on the year to date. Now, NAV erosion with price appreciation, these are both underperforming the market with price appreciation, but once you reinvest those dividends, they're sitting about 1 to 2% on the year, which is risky and quite poor for your performance. Now, should you invest in these? Well, that's a great question. A lot of people are investing in SCHD because it used to be the gold standard. There are some other great dividend ETFs like BYM, DGRO, and FDVV. If you want more income, you can go for a great cover call ETF like QQQI. You can do QDVO, or even GPIX or GPIQ, or even SPYI. Those are some great cover call ETFs giving you a lot of income and the potential to have a better overall performance and a better price appreciation than these other two ETFs. So those are some options. Now, if you are looking for some great monthly income ETFs that you can buy and hold and have less NAV erosion, well, of course, you guys can check out a video up here. And I hope you liked this video. Let me know in the comments if you liked SCHD or SPYD or another ETF that I should talk about. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.